So here you can see the current flows from A to B and then from C to D. And if we apply the Fleming's rule at AB, we will get in which direction this AB experiences force. Okay, so fold your left hand in such a way that the forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, middle finger indicates the direction of current, and thumb indicates the direction of force. So here you can see the magnetic field lines are from north to south. So this forefinger is point this forefinger in this direction, and the current is from A to B. Then if you fold your fingers like this, if you hold your fingers like this, then automatically the thumb will point towards downwards. Then we can say the end AB will experience a downward force. And if you use the Fleming's left hand rule here at CD, we can see the thumb pointing towards upwards. That means the end CD experiences a upward force. So the end AB experiences a downward force, the end CD experiences a upward force. So the two ends of the armature experiences force in different direction, and due to this what happens, the armature rotates. So the CD moves in this direction and AB moves in this direction. So during this rotation what happens, the CD comes to the place of AB and AB comes to the place of CD. Okay, and during this rotation, the split ring also rotates. The split ring also rotates along with this armature, so that during the first half rotation, R2 comes in contact with B1 and R1 comes in contact with B2. Due to this, what happens? The current in the armature coil, the current in the armature reverses. See here you can see during the half rotation what happened? The R2 now R2 is in contact with B1 and R1 is contact with B2. So the R2 will get current and it will move along this direction from D to C, and the current moves from B to A and it goes along in this way. So now the current flows along D to C. That means now CD, the end CD is connected to the positive end of the battery, and the the side AB of the armature, now it is connected to the negative pole of the negative end of the battery. So before rotation, this AB was connected to the positive end and CD is connected to the negative end. During the half rotation, what happened? AB is connected to the negative side and CD comes in contact with the positive side. So during this half rotation, what happened? Current in the armature also reversed. So it is made possible due to these split rings. So split rings changes the current in this armature. So the split ring reverses the current in the armature. That is why this split ring is also known as split ring commutator, because commutator means it is a device that reverses the direction of flow of current through a circuit. So this work is done by split rings. That is why the split rings is also known as split ring commutator, because it reverses the current in the armature, and due to this reverse in the current, this armature rotates continuously. So in your textbook it is given, if the rotation of the armature is to be sustained, the direction of the current to the armature should continuously keep changing. So in order to rotate this armature continuously, what we should make, the direction of the current should change continuously. So the split rings helps to change the direction of the current through the coil after every half rotation. Hence it is also called split ring commutator. The another device which is working on the principle of motor is moving coil loudspeaker. So let us see how this loudspeaker works on the basis of motor principle. So these are the parts of a loudspeaker. Here you can see a field magnet and soft iron core, and a voice coil is placed here. Then a diaphragm or a paper cone is attached to this voice coil. Here there are some questions are given. Where is the voice coil situated? So the voice coil is situated in the magnetic field. So here you can see the two magnets, and this voice coil is situated in the magnetic field. To which part is the diaphragm connected? So diaphragm is connected to the voice coil. From where does the electrical current reach the voice coil? So see, we know that a microphone converts sound energy into electrical energy. These electrical energies are amplified using amplifier. So electrical signals are strengthened using this amplifier, and these electrical signals are sent to this voice coil. Okay. So from where does the electric current reach the voice coil? From amplifier. What happens when current is passed through the voice coil? So while passing current through this voice coil, what happens? It vibrates. Then working principle of this loudspeaker is given in the next page. The electrical pulses from a microphone are strengthened using an amplifier and sent to through the voice coil of a loudspeaker. So the electrical impulses from this amplifier are given to this are sent to this voice coil, and the voice coil, which is placed in the magnetic field, moves to and fro rapidly. That means the voice coil starts to vibrate in accordance with the electrical pulses. So the voice coil vibrates according to the intensity of electrical signals, and these vibrations induce vibrations on the diaphragm, which is attached to the coil, causing vibrations to the air around it. As a result, what happens? The original sound is reproduced more loudly. So these movements make the diaphragm vibrate, thereby reproducing the sound. So this is the working principle behind moving coil loudspeaker.